Yo, what is going on, you guys? Repping the 407 here, bringing you a brand new video. In today's video, I am wearing my Ezekiel Elliott jersey. The reason why is because we are doing my NFL Week 1 predictions, and since Ezekiel Elliott's playing Week 1 and is suspended the next 6 weeks, which is weird. But yeah, since we are doing Week 1, I had to wear the jersey. So we're just going to get straight into it. I have the score predictions and who's going to win on my phone. So that's why I'm going to be looking on my phones. But here are the teams that are playing this week right over here. Those are the teams. Unfortunately, the Bucks and Dolphins are not playing on this week because Hurricane Irma is coming to Florida. So hopefully everyone in Florida, such as myself, we stay safe and hopefully nothing serious happens. Especially since it is a Category 5. Hopefully it reduces. But prayers to the people that are in like Puerto Rico and DR. I have family over there, so hopefully everyone is safe. And if you have family over there, hopefully they are safe. But with that being said, guys, let's get straight into it and go with my predictions. And I am saying mine because if I'm wrong, do not get mad at me. These are just what I think is going to happen and who's going to win. So let's just get straight into it. So the very first game we have is tonight, which is Patriots versus Chiefs. And I believe the Patriots is going to win. Like, hands down, I'm pretty sure everyone else believes that unless you're a Chiefs fan. But the Patriots are the top team in the league, and you cannot deny that. Especially with after picking up Brandon Cooks. That's a deadly receiver. A speedy, and he can catch. Like, what else does Tom Brady need? And they got Stephon Gilmore on defense. Like, they got some major upgrades to help them out. So my prediction for that game, I have the Patriots, like I said, and I have them winning 34-21. And like I said, I am doing this every week from now on for the next 17, 19 weeks, whatever, for every week. And I will be doing score predictions, and I will be posting this every Thursday at 3 o'clock. I know this one might be a little bit late. It's because I have to deal with my internet, and it might be a little bit late, but starting week 2, I'll be posting this every Thursday at 3 o'clock if you guys are interested. But let's get straight on to the next game. The next game I have are not the Cardinals line. I have the Buffalo Bills and the Jets, the New York Jets. I have the Bills winning that one 21-17. It is going to be kind of a low-scoring game because both of them are planning to tank this year, but obviously one of them have to win unless they can actually go on a tie. They can actually tie and both tank. But I have the Bills winning right here 21-17. On to the very next team. We have the team that was in the Super Bowl and had the lead for most of the game, and then... Sorry, I went the wrong way. But we have the Falcons and the Bears playing, and I have the Falcons obviously winning since they are one of the top teams also, just like the Patriots. I have them winning at 28-10 against the Bears. I obviously have the Falcons winning. The Bears are still young and they're still developing. I don't think they have a chance against the Falcons because they have one of the best offense and defense in the league. So it's going to be pretty hard for the Bears, but the Bears might hang in there. Probably not, since I think it's 28-10. But let's see what happens on Sunday. But I'm pretty sure Falcons are going to win. On to the very next game we have is a division rivals. We have the Cincinnati Bengals against the Baltimore Ravens. And in this game, this was a really close game because both of the teams are not the best, but they're pretty good. The defense for the Ravens are pretty good, and for the Bengals, they both have pretty good defense. But I have the Ravens coming out short and the Bengals coming out with the W with 24-17. I was kind of confused who to pick on this game because both of them can win because they're both like equal, but I have the Bengals winning because I feel like AJ Green is going to step up in this game, and especially with John Ross on the team, he's going to help off getting some attention off of AJ Green, and with that speed, he can possibly do something and like trick players, and either him or AJ Green will be open. So that is why I have the Bengals over the Ravens in Week 1. On to the very next team is another division rivals against the Steelers and the Browns. I'm a Steelers fan. Even though I'm wearing an Ezekiel Elliott jersey, I am a Steelers fan. The reason I have an Ezekiel Elliott jersey, if you're curious, is because I was a big fan of him at OSU. And ever since then, I got this jersey before he even got drafted. So before you say anything, I got this jersey before he was drafted. So if you type before in the comments, like at the beginning of the video, I got this jersey before he was drafted. But I have the Steelers winning, especially since I'm a Steelers fan. I might be biased, but... The Browns, don't get me wrong, they're looking really good this season, but they're definitely not better than the Steelers. The Steelers have a way too good of an offense to be better than the Browns. Their defense isn't the best, I'm going to say that, but the Browns are not better than the Steelers in no point at all. But right here, I have the final score at 31-21. I feel like DeShone Kizer is going to have an amazing first game of his NFL career, but he is not going to take the W. but he is going to have a great game. He might have like 3 touchdowns, and the Browns have my 1 rushing touchdown with Isaiah Crowell. That is just my prediction. But on to the next game right here. We have the Cardinal and Lion, and this was a very close game because both of them are really good, but I have the Cardinals winning in this game. Why? Because the Cardinals have a pretty good offense with Larry Fitzgerald. Even though he's old, he still can catch the ball, and he's still an amazing player. And David Johnson. They might not have the best O-line, but they did do some upgrades. And Carson Palmer might want to, he wants to have a bounce back year, so he can possibly do that. And unfortunately, the Lions are going to come out short. Even though they have a great team in Matthew Stafford and Golden Tate and all those people, they're going to come short because I don't feel like their defense is as good as the Cardinals defense. So that's why I have the Lions. Or not the Lions, the Cardinals winning by 3 points. On to the next game right here. We have another division team against the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is going to be a very interesting game. I'm really excited to see this game, especially since the Jaguars made some crazy improvements this season with picking up Calais Campbell and AJ Boye. I think that is going to be insane, especially since AJ Boye is playing against his former team. Is going to be pretty interesting. But I think the Texans are going to take it. And I think the final score is going to be 17-14. It's going to be a low-scoring game because both of their defense are looking really good this year. But I feel like Deshaun Watson is going to be clutch in the last minute of the game. He is going to go down the field. And they're probably going to get a game-winning touchdown or a game-winning field goal to win the game. So I think the Texans are going to win by 3 because both of the team have great defense. But their offense still a little bit shaky. But like I said, Texans are taking this game in week 1. On to the game of the week. This is probably the best game, one of the games you have to see, definitely. Oakland Raiders against the Tennessee Titans. Yes, this game is going to be really good because both of their offense is looking good, and they have the best O-lines. I think they're top 2 in O-lines, both of them. So it's going to be pretty interesting, especially since Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota broke their legs the same week, and they're both coming back from injuries. It's going to be pretty interesting seeing what they do. And since they have good offense, especially the Raiders with the new receivers, new tight ends, not new receivers, but new tight end and Marshawn Lynch coming back. And then we also have Eric Decker for the Titans. It's going to be pretty interesting seeing Delaney Walker and DeMarco Murray coming back, seeing if Derrick Henry gets more touches. It's going to be something interesting. Their defense is not the best, but they still have pretty good defense, so we're going to see what happens. But I have the Raiders coming out on top with the final score being 31-28. It's going to be a high-scoring game, but they're going to come out short. The Titans are going to come out short by 3 points. So 31-28 is the final score in my opinion. So if I'm wrong, like I said, on any of these predictions, do not blame me because they're my predictions. On to the next game right here. We have an NFC East matchup against the Eagles and the Redskins, and I have the Eagles coming out on top against the Redskins, and the final score will be 21-10. The Redskins, they lost some players, so I think that might kill them a little bit. They're still pretty good. I like Kirk Cousins, and Terrell Pryor looks like a great pickup for them, but they lost a couple receivers, and I don't know if Jordan Reed is fully healthy to help them out on offense, and their defense might help them a little bit, but I am not sure. And the Eagles made a lot of good upgrades this year, and Alshon Jeffrey and LeGarrette Blount. They also picked up a couple cornerbacks and EJ Gaines and all that, and they traded away not Sammy Watkins, but Jordan Matthews to the Bills. So I don't know if that would kill them or help them since they got a cornerback, but we will definitely find out. But like I said, I have them winning 21-10. So this was kind of an iffy one. I did not know who was going to win, but I personally think the Eagles are going to win 21-10, like I said. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think, if I'm wrong about any of these predictions. If you're still watching, leave a like. But on to the next game right here. We have the Colts against the Rams. And the Rams, they made a good upgrade with Sammy Watkins. They got a receiver, but the Rams are still not there. Their defense is a little bit slacking. They have Aaron Donald, one of the best defensive players in the league, but that's just one player. He cannot do it all. But like I said, the Colts will win. The final score will be 24-10. So if I make any mistakes in this video, I made a couple mistakes, just bear with me. I'm just going one take basically, so just bear with me. But on to the next team is going to be a great game in the Seahawks and Packers. That is kind of a rivalry. They've been playing each other in the playoffs to go to the conference championship or maybe even the Super Bowl, and that is going to be an interesting game. But I have the Seahawks coming out on top 28-24. The Seahawks may not have the best O-line, but they still have a great quarterback in Russell Wilson, and they still have the Legion of Boom, which is going to help them out tremendously because Aaron Rodgers is going to be pressured to pass the ball, especially since they have good receivers, the Packers. But still, there's still some good cornerbacks on the Seahawks who would pressure him to throw the ball. So that's why I have the Seahawks coming out on top, because the Packers defense are not as good as the Seahawks defense. So the Seahawks will win by 4 in this game. So the very last game in the afternoon is going to be the 49ers and the Panthers. And in this game, I have the Panthers winning 21-17. I feel like the 49ers are going to be really good this season compared to last season. They might get like 6 wins. But the Panthers are going to come back this year. They're going to have a good season this year, but they might not lead their division because they have the Falcons and the Bucks in their division. So I don't think they'll lead their division, but they're going to be a lot better than what they did last year. They might miss the playoffs, but by a little. But with that being said, they are going to win 21-17 in week 1, and Cam Newton is going to have a bounce back year. Trust me. I feel like he's going to do better than what he did last season and have one of those MVP years once again, but they're not going to do good as that MVP year he had. So, on to the next game. We are going to the Sunday Night Football game, which is the Cowboys against the Giants. And I have the Giants winning that game, even though Ezekiel Elliott is playing, so their offense will be a little bit better. I don't think they will win because their defense is slacking. Unlike the Giants got Brandon Marshall on offense, so that will help Odell get attention off Odell and get attention on Brandon Marshall, especially since Brandon Marshall is 6'5". Eli Manning can just high point pass him, and he could just catch it up. And since I'm pretty sure he can jump pretty high, that'll be pretty good for Eli Manning since he likes to throw the higher balls, and Brandon Marshall can get up there and catch the ball. Plus, the Giants' defense is looking a lot better, and they have good cornerbacks, good old D-line with JPP and Olivier Vernon, and their safeties are pretty good. So, I feel like the Giants are winning Sunday night. So, what do you guys think? That is going to be an interesting game. I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm going to watch as much games as possible. But let me know what you guys think. On to the Monday night games. The first one we have is the Saints versus Vikings. This is going to be a very interesting game. AP is going to go against his former team, and it's going to be pretty interesting. He said he wants to get revenge on them, so that's why I have the Saints being on top, and the final score will be 27-17. Before I go, I didn't say the final score for the Giants game. I thought the final score for the Giants game will be 35-28. The reason why is the Giants' defense and offense are both looking good, so they might have a defensive touchdown in that game. So mark my words, defensive touchdown. And I only have the Cowboys scoring 28 because their offense is good, but their defense cannot hold what the Giants are going to do. So I have the Saints winning in week 1 against the Vikings because AP wants that revenge. And Drew Brees is one of the most underrated quarterbacks because he never had those receivers or the defense he deserves. So Drew Brees is going to take off. He has Michael Thomas, Aaron Willie-Snead, and Kobe Fleener to help him out. So I hope Drew Brees can use them because Michael Thomas is looking really good, especially after his rookie year. Now that he's going to be the number 1 receiver that Brandon Cooks is out, he can do something dangerous in the league. So we will definitely see. And the Vikings, their defense is great, but I don't know if Sam Bradford can be good as he started off last year. But that is just my prediction. I do not know what's going to happen. It's going to be an interesting game. They both are really good on one is good on offense, one is good on defense. So we will just see what will happen. But on to the last game, we have the Broncos and the Chargers. And in this game, I have the Broncos winning mainly because of their defense. The Broncos have one of the top defense in the league, and their offense is okay, but they're still having quarterback trouble. Even though Trevor Siemian will be starting week 1, I don't know what Trevor Siemian can do. He did do good his first season as starting QB, but he's still developing and still need to get to that better level. But we will definitely see. But the final score for this game, I believe, is going to be 21-17. I feel like Keenan Allen is going to have a comeback season. He is going to be comeback player of the year. I'm saying this week 1. You hear right now. Keenan Allen, comeback player of the year. Keenan Allen, comeback player. Okay, but I feel like he's going to have at least 1 touchdown in this game. And Phillip Rivers is a really underrated quarterback, but he just never had the team, just like Drew Brees. But Drew Brees had kind of a better team, in my opinion. But the Chargers defense is also pretty good, but not better than the Broncos. So that's why I have the Broncos coming out on top. But with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think about my predictions. Are they right or anything? And if you guys like to bet, I like to bet too. So if you want to bet, let me know on Twitter, and we could probably make a bet going on. But with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think. What are your predictions? If you want to leave score predictions, let me know down in the comments. Or if you would disagree with one of my predictions on who's going to win, let me know down in the comments below. And let me know, do you guys want me to do this every week? I'm having fun. I feel like this is pretty interesting. And being able to go back and see my predictions, I feel like it's pretty interesting. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe like always. I will be posting more videos soon. But till next time, guys, I'm out of here. Peace out.